everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Broncos coming in at 0-6, going up against the Texans, who come in at 5-1. With that, let's send you out to Denver. We're standing by in the booth, our two men who will call the game for us. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. Tonight, we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. They go play action here on first down. Backing up. And incomplete to open things up. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. And it's second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. Second down now after the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Eric Reid is a safety that you can use all over on defense, both in the box as a tackler and back deep as a cover man.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, Dre Archer. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap. The gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, Coach. Look how my legs kept turning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Come on. 20.
The first carry for C.J. Pro-Size. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again, they run. Again, it's Pro-Size. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And a look at the defense now. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Surveying the field. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Third and long, it's Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
It's hard enough playing defense on any play. But when a player is able to keep a play alive with his feet, get outside of the pocket, and change all the angles of the receivers, that's more than difficult. Usually a big play results for the offense.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Play action now, Prescott. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And now out comes Houston. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
It's a gain of 14 there, and the Texans are going to have a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And Newton's going to keep it. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And they'll run it here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He's under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. To Shepard, complete over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd down, Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll make it 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And it's 4th and 4. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Finding time. Going deep here for Stills. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Let's go! 1, 9,
Prescott off play action. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Archer. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Second down following the run. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Little motion now from the tight end. In motion right is Bryant. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately, They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Tuck it and run. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Newton on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a touchdown. Cam Newton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So we reach halftime, and what's been so this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the 3rd quarter. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And now out comes Houston. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
20.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Cuts back, left sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now Damian Williams to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Come up the ball hard!
A first down throw for Prescott. On the left side, this is Stills. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
A second down throw for Prescott. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Let's go! Brad 38!
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the...
And he coughed it up, and the Texans scoop it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
20. Check 9, check 9. Gun. Show it. Back up. 6 guys. Check. Come on now. Check. Come on. Back.
Now they try the right side here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Prescott, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And quickly, they get to the line. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down.
4 down. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Cutback, left sideline. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. And even 70 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dree Archer, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Williams to return. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But this is the old adage, when you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second down, Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Let's go! Brad 38!
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly... Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Here's Newton now on second down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the back goes into motion. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. A group of Broncos there combined to bring him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. He only needed a few inches. He didn't even get that. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here.
Let's go!
And again, it's Prescott. And he finds Stills complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go.
They run the counter now on first down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing. Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Prescott now on second down. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now out comes Houston. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. And they'll run it here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Now a handoff as they run left side. They find some open field here. Well, Charles, stepping back from this one a moment, no matter who